We're making a beautiful Konkani curry today, but we're gonna start off with a really simple and easy coconut hack. So let's start with that. So to start off, make sure that you clean your coconut well, remove all the strands on the top and the sides, and just make sure that it's as clean as possible. You then put it in a plastic bag and just tie it and put it in the freezer minimum for a day. A few more days would be better. Once it's completely frozen, the coconut will crack on its own and open up, and as you can see, it comes off really cleanly, which you can then cut a great slice any way you want and then use this in your food. So we're going to start off with making our own fresh masala for this recipe. For this, you're going to need what is called an Indian Szechuan pepper or a triphala. You take out the seeds on the inside, and the external husk is what is used in the cooking. The seeds are discarded. Next, we are going to need some toasted fennel seeds. Then we're going to need one dry red chili, which is lightly toasted. Then we've toasted coriander and cumin seeds. You need one small black cardamom, and you need royal cumin or shahajiru or caraway seeds as they are known, poppy seeds, and we have two masalas, malwani and goda masala. But if you don't have these two, it's absolutely fine. We're making the rest of the masala fresh in any case. In addition, you will need ginger, garlic and green chilies, some of the coconut that we have cut that I've shown you how to do. We're going to need an onion that is sliced but not very thin slices. In addition, we've taken a little sliced coconut which has been sauteed in a little bit of oil, just lightly. If you don't want to use dried coconut, you can use fresh coconut. And we have a little baby corn sauteed in a little bit of turmeric, red chili and salt. In addition, there is homemade paneer. You can use store-bought as well. Salt, oil and some regular Indian masalas. We need jaggery and tamarind paste. To begin with, we're going to grind all our dried spices into a masala. As you can see, it's not a very, very fine blend, but it's perfect for the recipe. We're now going to take the ginger, garlic, green chili and coconut and make that into a paste separately. Add a little water into it as well. That's the consistency of the paste that you need. Now in a pan, add some oil, and to this we're going to add our onions that we have sliced. You want to keep it on a medium flame, but you want to brown the onions. Once the onions are nicely brown, as you can see, we will now add our fresh coconut paste that we have made, and we're going to saute this until you get the fragrance of the coconut that's cooking for a minute or two. As you can see, the coconut has sauteed well. We're now going to add the goda masala and malwani masala. Mix it in, stir well. If you don't have these masalas, it's all right. Now we're going to add the fresh masala mix that we have made. Some turmeric, coriander and cumin powder, and a little red chili powder. You can of course increase the spice level based on your preferences. Mix everything, and then the mixer or the blender in which you made the coconut paste, add a little water to it and then put that water in and let the masalas cook properly. Bring it to a boil and let it go on a gentle boil for about 5 minutes, after which you add salt and your tamarind and jaggery. If you want to skip the tamarind, you can replace it with lemon juice as well. You want to mix this in well and adjust the seasoning based on your preferences. The curry is now ready. We're going to add in the coconut that we had sauteed in a little bit of oil earlier. In fact, if you don't want to use dried coconut, fresh coconut works really, really well. It'll be delicious addition. To this, we are now going to also add the baby corn that we have cooked earlier and then just lightly sauteed with a little turmeric, red chili powder and salt, and you can add any vegetables that you have. Add in a little bit of additional water and bring it to a boil. Add your paneer last when your curry is almost ready, because it doesn't really require much cooking. The baby corn and the paneer are not traditional to Konkani or Malwani food, but I've just used what I had available, and you can replace this with whatever vegetables you have that you would like to use as well. The consistency of this curry is, as you can see, quite watery because it's eaten with rice, but if you prefer a slightly thicker curry, then just add a little less water and you can cook out the water and then serve it with a roti or paratha or along with rice based on your preference. Also, if you wish, you can serve this as is, or you can add a little coconut milk and then serve it. Our coconut curries are ready. This is the traditional Malwani recipe, and this is the curry where we've added a little bit of coconut milk at the end, but don't cook it too much once you add the coconut milk. We've served this with sago and potato crisps and some steamed rice. You can serve it with paratha or any other bread of your preference. So here is two versions of a Malwani curry or a Konkani curry, one with coconut milk and one without. Enjoy it and let me know how it turned out.